Hey guys, this is team leader Avnit here with the deck profile for Chaos Dragons. First up, we got 3 power cards: Cores, BLS, Dark Arm.
Upside down, bro. Make him.
Staples, they're like extremely good. Can't have a deck without them.
BLS is a scale.
3 Chaos Sorcerers. A lot of people run 2, but I run 3 because it's such a scary card to have on the field. Its field presence makes people shit their pants. It just, the more Chaos cards, the better. You can overextend a lot more. 2 Darkest Metal. This card makes a deck run, but if you have 3, you're not gonna have a good deck. You're gonna have a bad time. 3 Light Pulsars for the Light Pulsar Darkest Metal loop. And this card is just a good card in general because of Sheehan and Stardust and stuff like that. You could just crash into it, get out Darkest Metal or something else. And with this deck, you need to mill this card in order to get out of bad situations. 3 Dark Players. People don't know the potential of this card. This card is super good. If you run 3 Eclipse Wyverns, this card is really consistent in the hand and on the field. This card will net you so many pluses. You can move cards from either player's graveyard from play, so get rid of that Treeborn Frog or that Insector Hornet. With the more Chaos cards you have in your deck, the higher chance you have of overextending more and winning. It's better than the JD because it's really a lot more consistent, and you want to know this card too.
I need more.
3 Eclipse Wyvern. This card makes the deck run. A lot of people run 2. The 3 is the best for this build because I'm running 3 Dark Flares.
3 and a second. You gave me an extra one. You gave me 7.
2 Card Troopers. The more milling you have, the higher chance you have of winning with a Chaos Sorcerer or something crazy like that.
You mean my go?
1 Spirit Reaper. One Reaper is really good to have. This card was an amazing Tekken because you do so much special summoning, you clear the field and you just normal summon this, just attack them, and they discard a card, which is good. You want them to have less options. Spirit Reaper, Trio, or whoa, saying it. Stable. You can get a lot of options with this. Get Giga Brilliant for an extra light. All this other shit, Levier. Get your Light Sworn targets back from out of play. Your Spirit Reaper.
No, it's on.
Triple Raikou.
Forest.
Triple Lila, Light Sworn targets. They help the deck run. You want as much milling as possible. Excuse me.
I get to choose what to do.
1 Aaron,
Attack with Thunder.
because I always seem to have 1 less Light Sworn target in my hand for Solid Recharge. And Aaron is a super good card. It helps get rid of a lot of problem cards like Gachi and all that other shit. That pisses you off. And this is just this scares people from setting on the field. This is a really good card. 1 Honest. I don't really like this card that much, but it has really high defense for anti-meta duels, and you can just drop it off and just own the shit out of someone with a Giga Brilliant True Guide play.
You can only kill 1.
Charge.
Yeah, I'll choose that one too.
And triple Solar Recharge. It just makes the deck run.
My turn.
Order of Darkness. Fusion, Heavy Storm, Monster Reborn. I don't run Dark Hole because I don't need it, honestly. I can clear the field without it easily. I'd rather have another Dark Player or something in my hand. And this card I really don't need either because you have 3 Dark Players and 3 Eclipse Wyverns. And if you use Dark Player's effect to send in Eclipse Wyverns, it's the same thing. Having this card in the deck late game is just very bad. Just bad. You don't want it. And half the times you mill it, and you don't want to be milling spell cards, so you keep the spell card count low, so you mill monsters exclusively, and you have more light and dark ratios in your graveyard. And that's it for the spells, and I don't run any traps.
No, that doesn't kill you.
Here's my side deck.
20 cards.
It's 20 cards right now because locals are changing ever so much. So I switch out my extra deck depending on the competition of the locals. So double Tornado, this is a good card, helps you set a lot of good cards. I'd rather run Malevolent Catastrophe because that card is way better.
If you got land, you could have.
Victoria, only one because there's not a lot of Chaos Dragons here. A Decree, 2 Decrees.
Oh, killing only one.
Because this card kills a lot of decks like Rabbits and Gravekeepers, and Gravekeepers are a really big problem here. Dark Hole is a better side than Smashing Ground. I'd rather have this than Smashing Ground. Triple MST. Staples.
That was awesome. Are you kidding me?
Triple DD Crow. This card kills Dark Worlds, Chaos Dragons, kills a lot of decks, and it's a monster trap, hand trap, so it's good to mill it either way. I side 3 Veilers because windups aren't that big right now, and there's not a really big problem with a lot of effect monsters. I'd rather draw into something that I can use to overextend, because if you have a bad hand with this deck, you're not going to win, and you want the most cards in your hand. 1 Nobleman and Cross out to get rid of Rykos, Spies, and all that other shit. 2 Kinetic Soldiers if 6 AMs play. It owns 6 AMs. 1 Catastrophe. I'd replace the 2 Dust Tornadoes if I had 2 more. And 1 Maxi. I'm still looking for 2 more. But this card is kind of underrated right now, so I wouldn't really use it.